So I go someone.
This is the main setup, and then it's...
Okay guys, we've got exactly 168 hours to make this film.
And action.
I've been working in film and television for 25 years, and this is the most challenging project I've ever worked on. I'm a fan of the EditShare system. It made a huge difference to us completing this project with all its complexity by the deadline.
Mirror Mirror was written by April Manor from California, and it's a story of Abby, a young woman in her late teens who every time she looks into the mirror is confronted by an accusing version of herself. This troubles her so much that she even tries to destroy the mirror, but finds that that reflection, that voice, carries with her wherever she goes, until one day she walks into a shop and discovers this very special mirror, which shows her a true reflection of who she really is. And in the process, her life changes forever.
Hi, I'm Emma Carr, and I play Abby in the film Mirror Mirror. She's very a depressed girl, and no matter how hard she tries, she can't get out of the rut that she's in.
You were miserable.
The idealistic beauty that magazines promote is completely unrealistic. I mean, girls don't really realise that these girls look like normal people before they're airbrushed. They've got to remember that it's not real. You know, there is a lot of sort of pixie dust in there.
This short film is being made for the 168 Film Project in Hollywood. The challenge is we've got exactly 168 hours, 1 week, from roll camera through to handing in our finished project. And if we're 1 second late, we'll be disqualified. No pressure.
They say you should never work with animals and children, and to that I've now added mirrors. What were we thinking? Our lead actress Abby had the challenge of really playing three characters: the accusing Abby, nice Abby, and her down Abby self. And the mirrors were a vital part of portraying those characters. And at one point we had all three characters interacting with each other on screen at the same time. So the post-production challenge was enormous.
We've got just 3 days to shoot, and then 4 days to edit, track lay, sound mix, colour grade, composite VFX, master and deliver, and hopefully get a little bit of sleep as well. There's not a lot of latitude for things to go wrong or for things to take longer than they should. And that's where EditShare is really brilliant, because it simplifies things and it saves a lot of time. My background has been post-production supervision and working out clever workflows to help clients get through their post-production with less pain. And that's where EditShare is really brilliant, because it simplifies things and it saves a lot of time. This production office is a makeshift production office right next to where we're shooting. One of the things that I wanted was to get all of the rushes into Avid as quickly as we can during filming, so we can do quality control checks. We're shooting on 550D, and it does take some time to transcode. To speed up the process, this is what we've done. A vet is able to copy the files onto EditShare. While that's happening, Dana, our assistant editor, is able to open magazine folders which have already been copied across via AMA and transcode them into DNX HD onto EditShare as well. And then Dana is able to synchronize rushes at the same time on the other Avid computer, so that the process is happening in 3 stages all at once. It's really useful for different members of the production team to be able to view all of the footage that's been shot on their own computer without even using an Avid editing system. And with EditShare we can have up to 8 different people looking at footage at the same time. They can add markers, make subclips, even make rough assemblies, which can then be dragged into the editing system where it arrives in full resolution instantly. Something I love about EditShare is you can just keep on plugging in more computers as you have need. We've got Jonathan doing special effects compositing on After Effects. He's got 25 VFX shots to get through in a very short time. Dana is our assistant editor. She's spotting in sound effects and then preparing our end credit roll. I'm the film editor, and my family's not going to see much of me this week.
I don't know why you even bother.
Steve, our director, is also a musician, and he's been editing the musical score in Sonic Fire Pro.
It was the first time for me that I'd worked on a collaborative editing system, and it was a real joy seeing the efficiency that EditShare brought to the post-production process. Doug would be cutting scenes, feeding them to me, I was editing the music, and it really took a whole lot of stress out of that process and made the job, you know, so much more enjoyable.
As soon as the pictures are locked, Dave is doing a colour grade in DaVinci Resolve. Simultaneously, sound post is happening in another suite. Dave is working on an Avid MXF bass track. He's rendering out an MXF file that can be used again directly in Avid. Using the EditShare Arc option, we're able to archive all of the video assets from the project to LTO tape. And this is going to be great, because in the future, we're going to be able to bring back individual shots or even the whole Avid session very easily. After busting a gut to get the project finished, we were nearly undone by copying out to a very slow hard drive. But we made it. We delivered to the FedEx office exactly 168 hours to the minute after the first shot that we'd started recording. This project confirmed for me the value of EditShare to get so much complexity sorted through by the deadline without losing sanity. The only thing it can't do is give me back my lost sleep.